Day 93 under the dome. With necessities growing dangerously low, who knows what spark will set off this powder keg?
I can't take another minute in the stone! First of its kind, the first dome anywhere.
The first dome anywhere, folks. Anywhere and everywhere. This is the Patreon for all our good friends that are helping us out, fighting the good fight for Dome. Thank you.
Truly thank you. We appreciate you guys, and hopefully we make
Don't
this
say
worth your
truly,
while.
because it just makes me want to go get a seltzer.
Wow, that's a trigger, huh?
Yeah, dude. I'm trying not to drink. I didn't drink last week during the week, and I'm gonna do that again this week, and it sucks.
That's big. I mean, how many weeks have you done that before? Because I know you've done some streaks like that in the past.
There was a period before we restarted the podcast, and we were still living in Koreatown, where I went a month and 4 days and without drinking at all, and that's probably my longest streak since I started drinking.
That's not good, but you're doing it now, and that's all that matters. I actually am currently on a sort of sobriety thing, but with food, and this is always our mirror of vice. Where when you talk about alcohol, I'm just like, hey, I know exactly what you're talking about, but with this other thing that doesn't make you drunk. It does kind of make me drunk when I eat it so much until it makes me comfy and sleepy.
I'm glad you added the fee there.
No, I was gonna say my problem is this: I come home from work.
I'm glad you added the home from work there.
I need to stop coming all over my sentences. As soon as I get home, all bets are off for some reason. There's this, I'm trying to pinpoint it, and I'm trying to figure out the trigger, like when I said the word truly for you. There is a trigger, which is arriving home from work. I immediately want to snack on something that tastes very good. And yesterday it happened after I had a day of eating meal prep and drinking electrolytes, and I'm on track all goddamn day, and then I get home and my mouth wants to play, and I ain't talking about the coochie of a late A. I'm talking about with some Pringles or some Lays.
I get home after a long day of work, and all I want to do is open up the pantry, you jerk, and get my favorite chips and get my favorite yogurt and chow down, and then I go back to work.
And I might crack a cold one, and I got no sun, so I ain't having no fun. I'm having a lot in the parking lot with
realistically, I could drink till I die, cause I got no priorities that I gotta prioritize. Yeah, no kid, no wife. Yeah, I can just live a drunk life.
I ain't got nothing that I really gotta do. I ain't gotta take of a woman or a little dude who looks up to me or you. Yeah, I just get to drink brews with my crew. Ooh.
Really, my current stance is don't drink alone. So maybe you should do that too. You're just not allowed to eat alone.
I'm constantly. That's actually a good move, because that's when I make the really dark decisions. That's when I eat impulsively when nobody's looking, because there's no shame. The shame of eating like an animal in front of others is something that stops me. There have been instances, and this is insane. My girlfriend sometimes will fall asleep in the bed with her son in the other room. And so when I have a midnight craving or something like that, I'll go to the kitchen to grab something. But if it's a loud package, like an Oreo that requires opening for the first time, or a Sun Chips, which is one of these packages that are
most
loud.
Snack packages have kind of an alarm system to them.
Yeah, they're like a party thing. They're not meant to be eaten secretly. which is why the Pringle is the go-to. The Pringle, quiet opening, quiet consumption, a thin chip that doesn't have a loud crack or crunch. So the Pringle is the secret eater's paradise. But yeah, there have been instances where I'm like, oh, I'm not going to eat this right now because she can hear me, or I don't want her to hear me in the kitchen rummaging like a fucking raccoon. And there are other instances in which, here's another stopping point, if it hasn't been opened yet. If the snack is sealed, I need to be in an absolutely dark place to be the person to first enter. I mean,
especially if it's not yours.
Yeah, like I'm eating the fucking 8-year-old's Nutella with a spoon now. I'm not even putting it on some bread or a cracker.
Dude, I would be so pissed if my mom's boyfriend was eating all my snacks as a kid.
Oh, yeah, dude, he's going to hate it, bro. No, here's the thing. He's such a, like, he doesn't give a fuck about food. And this is how I know that I have a fucking psychological condition. This kid will say no to Oreos and fries and nuggets, and it's something that I would have never done. And I don't know if it's that I was conditioned at a young age, but this fool does not give a fuck. He'll eat a couple things, and he's like, I'm good. And he has his days where he's going off, but most days, like, he knows when he's full. And to me, it's something that I'm like, at 30, at 31 tomorrow, having to, like, very seriously pay attention to my behavior because I'm too old to, like, not be dealing with this right now. So
it's crazy. Your birthday just one day after my uncle's. His birthday was today.
Cancer season.
Fucking Richard is very bad at responding to text messages. And
what the hell was that?
Yeah, I don't know, but I messaged him
privately.
I'm trying to get David and Richard to come out to San Diego to.
Low key, I'll go without Richard. It gives me more flexibility, but
fair
it would be
enough
nice for him to be there.
Yeah, well, I mean, that might be. I mean, if that's what it works out to. But Richard's finally hit me back up about it. Apparently, he was in some place shouting and screaming. He was at a concert, yo, and so he's got some head trauma, bro.
He was at a concert, yo, and now he's hungover, and yeah, he can't pull over in the Rover and come see his homies and be like, yo, word.
Right, so he's hungover currently, and he's applying that to next week, and he's like, bro, I don't know if I can party, and I'm like, dog, it's just a guy that's turning 60.
Yo, I'm not hungry right now, so I don't know how on Saturday I'm gonna chow. I possibly could not even plow another thing in my mouth. You see, King?
It's like, yeah, dog, I'm never gonna drink again. Something's gotta change. I just been thinking, man, yo, I'm hungover, but by the evening I might have 2 or 4 Guinnesses, friend.
I guarantee you, call him right now. That dude is cracking Coors Light real loud.
But yeah, that was he was like, oh man, I don't know, it was a rager yesterday, I'm gonna have to think about this. And I'm like, dog, this isn't a rager, this is also
so
a
many
week
Christian
ahead.
adults there.
Yeah, like my grandparents are gonna be there, dog. It's just it's an excuse to hang out at a pool, drink some beers in a pool. Like that's just the vibe, you know.
Well, and also, like, I know that, I don't know if your mom does this, but my mom be counting beers, like straight up be counting beers, and she'll be like, that fool's bro, my mom was counting your beers at my birthday last year. I think I told you this. She was like,
yes,
he's had like 4 or 5 of those, and I'm like, he's a grown ass man. Let this fool fucking have a couple beers.
This guy's 165 pounds, Mom.
Yeah, he can be an alcoholic. He's not fat. It's fine. Does your mom count beers?
No, she's too aloof to keep track of anything.
Oh, so you usually get sloshed, and she's like, oh, he's had 2 or 3.
Yeah. That's she'll if she wants to keep track of something for like devious reasons, she will. If she's like trying, if she has it in her head to count the beers, she'll do it. And
okay, but it's not frequently.
No, it's not and it would just be to spite someone. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be any actual real reason.
I don't count beers, but I'm definitely aware of how many people have had. And that's just happening based on, like, I'm hearing cans crack. I'm watching you crack cans. And so no matter who you are, if I notice many cans being cracked, I might be like, okay, I think he's at 6 or 7. That's a pretty impressive number for
It's a
this
healthy
situation.
amount.
Yeah, so I'll probably start to notice, and often it'll be, likely that your behavior is going to decline with the increase of the drinks. And so I'll start to notice that person has had too many, and often that person is me. I honestly, I don't enjoy the way booze makes me feel, because it doesn't always make me. Can you hear the bird?
No.
Okay, the bird is just quacking right now. It's insane.
I think these mics are directional enough to where as long as you got that thing,
I feel better with this than with the non-handheld, because it imposes not the word, induces alertness. You're sort of like involved.
You're right.
It's like driving a stick shift.
It's more of a performance when you got to hold it in your hand, I guess.
Do you think we could do a high-quality remote podcast with like a big guest if we had like great internet or a great online setup? Like, do you think that's something we could do?
Right. Well, we've kind of done that, and it's just, it all depends on whoever is doing it remotely, whatever their internet connection is. It seems, because that's when we've had success, is when they can actually link up to Ethernet specifically.
What if there was a way of like, I'm sure a bigger podcast does this. Oh, damn, real weed. That's sick, dude. I'm sure a bigger podcast does this. Like,
Does what?
You book a studio for your guests at their location.
Right.
Like,
That's totally a viable option. It would have to be something that's already set up for podcasting specifically, though, I feel.
yeah, I don't know how you would do. I mean, all they need is like a webcam and a computer and wired internet. I don't see how. Yeah, man, that's interesting. Maybe this is a business. Zoom call cafe. There's a bunch of rooms that are set up for Zoom calls.
Zoom. It sounds like you need like cubicles.
Yeah.
Can't be really a cafe. No couches, no tables today. We need cubicles. Keep everyone separately so they can call and not get interrupted today.
Anytime you need to take an important phone call, and you can't ball at your crib, you pull up to the cafe, with a nice tie, girl slay.
I'll zoom into the Zoom meeting at the cafe, grab a crepe and eat it. Yeah, ooh, and then maybe get some coffee, get some caffeine, and then I start talking.
I'm a goddamn savant, chilling at the cafe, eating a croissant. I'm about to get hired. This online interview is going fucking fire.
Yo, so tell me about yourself. Tell me about how you want to acquire wealth. Why do you want to work for this company? If you please, could you deliver that info to me?
See, what I really like about this job is that it would involve me not pulling up in real life. It'd just be remote. Grope.
Remote? When did that become a term for the control of the TV? As opposed to just an area that there isn't a lot of shit around.
Or doing remote work. There's like 3 remotes now. But I think the remote control, like, I think usually you wouldn't say, yeah, I guess you could say pass me the remote, but I feel like.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
What?
I think it's because originally you had to get up and change the channels and whatnot. So now there's this device that sits remotely on your couch as opposed to being inside the TV itself. And so it is no longer the TV control, it is the remote control.
It is in a remote. It is in a remote area comparatively to where it used to be, which is the TV.
The TV is having a Zoom call with the remote. That's how it changes channels. Metaphorically.
I don't even think I can change channels on my TV on it. Like, the remote is the only option at this point.
Yes. I haven't changed a channel in years, I feel. You know what I mean? I've changed inputs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That brief stint that I had, I mean, I don't think, I need to come up with new angles on why cable is dumb, but I don't think any of them would necessarily be funny. But
literally, it is useless unless you're a sports fan, and that's when the argument gets shut down. Every time, like I'm at my uncle's place, and I'm like, man, cable, this is crazy, and it's literally just.
But no,
because of sports.
He could have Hulu Live or YouTube TV. Those things provide sports, and they also provide a ton of ad-free content that cable doesn't provide. Like,
it's just the fact that it's all on cable, and he would need to get YouTube TV and ESPN Plus and whatever, like additional sports.
I'm pretty sure.
Thing.
Let's look this up. Let me just pull up fucking with the share screen right now, because I feel like this is an important thing for us to. Part of it is the unwillingness of an old man to find an alternative, and I know that your uncle is like sort of adapted to modern times, but I know that he has some like limiting beliefs about certain things. Am I correct?
Oh, 1,000,000%. Like, and he will look at you like you're an idiot, even though you're right. If he thinks that something is a certain way, and you know it's a different way, he will just be like, "What? Are you kidding me? No, it's like this." And I'm like, "Dude, just try this. It'll work. I've done it 1,000,000 times." And he won't want to try it.
Right.
Just,
so he lacks a
boomer
willingness.
shit.
He lacks a willingness to learn and adapt. It's often something that they do with the cell phones.
Well, it's very much like a change of method that he thinks, if he's already used to his methods, like any sort of suggestion of change is a threat.
Okay. With Sports Plus, Score 13 Plus, additional sports networks like NFL Red Zone, NFL Network, but it doesn't. So this is another $11, and then you still get. Okay, this NFL ticket is the other thing. I'm pretty sure you're getting all the shit, dude. You're getting like the bulk of the shit. But you're right. There's like a security in cable. Like, if it's on cable somewhere.
Yeah, and that's why people pay for cable still. And until all of the sporting events are on one streaming service,
that's what it is. Yeah, you're right.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. Because
it's crazy to think that the entire industry of cable would have sank if it wasn't for the ESPNs and the NFLs and the golfing with your friends.
You know, also the thing is that the MLB is exclusively on Apple TV. So even if you got YouTube TV, you would also have to have Apple TV.
I have Apple TV and YouTube TV and Hulu TV and also Freevee and Tubi and all of the streaming services, so I can watch sports on cable, bitch.
Now I just want to do the math. How much would it cost your uncle's old ass to get ESPN Plus and also all the other stuff?
I want to say it would be comparatively to what he's paying for cable today, but at the same time, I think maybe his cable and his internet are combined way. I don't know though. It could be something else.
No, when I had the full premium silver, platinum, gold cable package, the retail cost of it was like $230 or something like that.
$230 a month.
It was over $200 for just the cable.
That's weird.
And then the internet, which I'm still paying for now, is $70. So I was at $300 a month.
That
but I was getting it
doesn't
all for
even
free.
make any sense. Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude. For like, even if Hulu fucking Live is $80, and then you get ESPN Plus and Apple TV and like fucking NBA League Pass and Red Zone and all these fucking things, you're still gonna be at most at like $140.
Huh. I wonder if you can stream. If like, is baseball on streaming?
Yes,
I swear that was a big thing whenever I have this conversation with my uncle. He's like, this can't be streamed or something, like, and he's so sure about it.
If you just type in stream MLB.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, they have the MLB Media Center. That's probably something you have to pay for.
Oh, Fubo has MLB. See,
Yeah.
oh, here it is. See every out-of-market MLB team in action in over 2,000 live games this season. Out of market. That's one of the big things. I'm pretty sure, like, you can't stream the game that is being televised locally.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the main. I think that was what he was bringing up, and that was kind of the deciding factor. If he can't stream the Padres game that's happening right now, then he's got to pay for cable. Because that's his thing. He'd just be watching Padres games.
There's got to be a VPN scam for that.
Yeah, but once he's not willing to do that.
Once
shit.
you're getting involved in VPNs, it's like
he needs the ease.
Yeah, he's making $250,000 a year. He can fucking pay for cable. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God damn it, dude.
Got to get that Stremio, folks. Get on that, folks.
The
Stremio and Real the Bread.
It doesn't solve the sports streaming issue, but
right.
I think.
But here's the thing: if you got the Stremio, then you could pay for all the fucking You could pay for Fubo. You could pay for fucking YouTube TV for sports or whatever.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Now you can. Because your budget is expanded. Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I wonder if there's. I wouldn't be surprised if you can watch like baseball games an hour after they're finished on Stremio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just don't check the internet.
Yeah.
There's a torrent. Well, I think that the only sports that have these like cable restrictions are like things that are very specific to like these leagues that have contracts. If you're watching the Euro Cup soccer or the Olympics or some international like big sport like the Super Bowl, all of those big sporting events, the ones that most people are going to maybe want to consume passively, those are on streaming. It's the avid sports person that needs cable. The person who's just like, I want to watch the Olympics, I want to watch the Super Bowl, I want to watch the Champions League final, and like they phone in for the big sporting events, those are all streamable. Because I just watched Spain win the fucking Euro Cup yesterday at the gym.
I bet Richard was losing his shit.
He's formed an alliance for the teams that he liked that don't even show defiance. And they're not even from the place he's from. The dude just picked them at random.
What a bum. But congrats to Spain. This is how it is, yo. They were doing their thing out on the pitch. That's what they call it. Out in Old England, yes, holy shit.
A long time ago, I would have given a big fuck about that dude Paco scoring that goal in the 96th minute, my bro.
96 minute, I'ma kick it, get it in the goal, yeah, stick it. Shut the fuck up, you goalie ass bitch, you lose, you loser, yo, go on a cruise.
Shut the fuck up, bitch ass goalie. Yeah, my skin brown like Mowgli. I've been chilling, drinking bubblies. Yeah, chilling in the mud, you see.
I bring my bubbly on the field. The other team, they gotta yield.
There was this moment in like the 90th minute where England was having an opportunity to score and the goalie stopped it and then it went out and the player headbutted it back in and then another player who was standing in the goal headbutted the shot out with his head and saved it from going in. And then after the fucking intensity of that situation was over, they zoom in on him and he's like, ah! Like fucking and his homie's like pushing him on the chest, like amping him up. And I was just like, this dude just saved the nation from losing with his fucking noggin and is amped up about it.
Whenever anyone brings up Spain, I think of that movie, Sexy Beast.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's a classic.
That's just that's like my only visual for like I can't imagine what a city looks like over there. It probably looks, kind of like ours, right?
Yeah, certain parts of it. Oh, here it is. Let me show you the fucking highlight. This is great, dude. If I was our producer, I'd get stuff pulled up in no time. Fucking Justin's a fucking bitch.
Bro, there were times on Saturday where I was like, dog, I literally have it right here already. How is this not?
You know what it is? I definitely think it's because he had like a situation where the screen recording software and the screen mirroring that he's doing forced the screen to be like this small, and so it's like super difficult for him to maneuver. But maybe I'm just making excuses for this man.
Well,
Okay,
I
here we
mean,
go.
there's got to be some work around here.
Can you hear audio?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh, Stones was there, and again.
Look at him. Look at how he saved it. The goalie does it first.
How
Boom.
did this not find the net?
Here we go.
Declan Rice with
Boom.
a free.
That's crazy, dude.
Declan Rice, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to Declan.
Well, no,
that's a cool name too.
The dude was Danny Olmos, but yeah, Declan Rice.
Who's
is from-
Declan?
I think he's the British dude who tried to score.
Oh, he's the guy that failed. Never mind.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
Declan.
You don't want to praise Declan.
Declan took an L this week, bro.
Praise
The
Christ. Maybe
the
we should
Euro
talk
Christ.
about the Trump shooting. I mean, briefly after the show, Alex texted me and said, of course Trump gets shot minutes after we're done recording. But I don't believe that we would have had a solid conversation about it. I guess we'll see right now. What do you think?
I mean, it's kind of it's interesting that it was like just some 20-year-old dork that did it. Like that's kind of interesting. That it wasn't some like enraged like 35-year-old fucking I don't know, some guy who just really like
On some
it was just some
shit.
dorky ass 20-year-old. And it's like the joke that's going around is like, fuck, sucks that he missed or whatever, but it'd be a lot worse if he actually hit him. I mean, he's been made a martyr regardless.
Yeah.
But that was like, I don't know. The
Him
whole thing,
him dying would be like the assassination of a political figure is never a good thing in a democratic country. Like that puts like our democracy in a difficult place. So it's like,
but we do technically like the fact that we are, for the people, by the people, we are expected to defend our liberties if there's a threat to them. Yeah, and I don't necessarily think that this was that type of situation, but it was. I mean, I've already gone through the motion of muting everything that could possibly give me like shit about this because there's really nothing. You know what I mean?
Well,
there's just this nerdy 20-year-old who shot at Trump, missed because he missed a bunch of shots, which is pathetic. And then that's kind of it. Now, like, people are like, hell yeah, Trump survived or whatever. So he's kind of getting that boost. Trump finna win in a landslide because a guy shot at him and he didn't die. He just grazed the ear next to his eye. And Trump is like, yo, fuck you, I survived.
yo, undoubtedly, if some motherfucker shot at me and I didn't die, I'd certainly be winning for the candidacy. I mean, the presidency. You know what I'm saying, my G?
That would be like hitting the side of a barn. Don't try and spin a yarn. You're gonna get shot in the arm, in the mouth, and the shit, and the fuck, and I don't give a fuck. You're down and you're out of luck.
Someone just shot my damn earlobe. Now I'm touring all across the globe. And people love me way more than they did before. Back in early 2024.
2024, we making America great again. That's just how it is. I dodged that shit. You couldn't get it in. Stick the land in. You need to practice your aiming, my friend.
How about this? Here's what I heard Alex Jones say this, and you can't take Alex Jones super seriously, but you know some people do. And he claims that the Secret Service in a situation like this would always be posted on, rooftops, critical rooftops from where you would take a shot at the president. And no Secret Service was at any rooftops. Alex Jones.
I thought I
claimed-
saw some footage of some
People
dudes
on
with
rooftops?
guns on. But I don't know if they were Secret
Al-
Service.
Mr. Jones spoke so adamantly about the fact that no one was on rooftops and that someone communicated to the Secret Service to not be on rooftops at this rally specifically prior to the incident. So implying that there is some type of conspiracy from the Democrats who are trying to get rid of Trump. They already
It might
tried
not be the
to-
Democrats. It might just be the deep state.
Deep state is the language that he used. So they were trying to get rid of him via the legal system.
That's just like the CIA and the FBI.
So they tried to charge him, and then Supreme Court's like, nah, he's got immunity. And now they tried to kill him. Now Trump's amped up, and he's like gonna tour even harder now.
He's rock hard.
Yeah, the moment he got shot, and he didn't die. He was like, let's fucking go.
Yeah,
like, he was like tuned
But-
up, bro.
The best he's felt in years.
Yeah, dude. He's been wishing a motherfucker would for like so
Never
long.
that's the thing. I feel like he's lived a very safe fucking life. Like this is the first time he's even ever tasted danger.
So
and that's the thing. When you get past that, you are like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so like he like
If it goes down that way, yeah.
he like willed himself into beating adversity in a situation that was definitely lucky. Like he could have just died, and then now he would be a martyr. But many people, guaranteed, Trump died. So many people would be like, "Thank God, it's over, good." Even the wife of a popular comedian was over at my house the other day and said, "I wish he would have died." So
That's so rough, man.
like
That would be so bad, dude. It's like it might start a civil war.
certainly, and I don't think the person was actually. Maybe they were being hyperbolic, but it felt like a genuine statement.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was genuine.
Other than that, I was chilling. I just want to clarify. She was chill. Other than that incident, and she also liked the show Velma on HBO, which I was shook by.
Oh God, she must just have like a friend that worked on it or something.
I don't know. But I tried to comment on the fact. I
Here's
was
the thing:
like,
it doesn't surprise me now. If she fucks with the show Velma, then that's the type of person who would be like, "God damn it, he didn't die. I wish Donald Trump was dead. I wish he was no longer alive."
I had to fucking make a comment because I couldn't keep my mouth shut about it. I was like, "Oh, that's just a diversity fucking play by HBO trying to make a show for women and so I'm not even tapped into like the show. Obviously I don't give a shit or know." So I was like, "Guarantee you Velma wasn't white. What's Velma's ethnicity?" She goes, "Indian." And I'm like, what are we fucking doing here?
Right.
Like it proved my point, but it ended with her just saying, "Hey, I'm glad an Indian got a job," and I was like, "All right, whatever."
Mindy Kaling, one of the probably the richest Indian that isn't an emperor or whatever the fuck they have over there.
the one working woman Indian in America.
I'm just glad this poor girl Mindy Kaling got
Yeah.
to get a paycheck.
I didn't know it was her, dude. That's so funny. They didn't give it to the fucking bitch that played Latika in Slumdog Millionaire. They gave it to some famous ass comedian lady. Yeah, comedian's a term I use loosely, 'cause she funny in every situation. Yeah, oh my God, if I could with her, I'd have a son.
These Hollywood types, they just like what their friends like, and they just go ride an e-bike to the thing to watch Velma with their friends. Her friend probably worked on it, so she fucking loves that shit.
I'm watching a show with my bestest hoe, and Scooby-Doo, he eating snacks with bro. Yeah, Shaggy eating a sandwich in a bag of the van. Yeah, the brand I think was Cadillac.
It's crazy cause her huz is a famous comedian, so you'd think she would know that, bruh. She would know what's funny. But that says something about that shit. But I'm done speaking.
Yeah, and I don't want to go too much further because I'm concerned about my partner being in our residence right now and hearing me. But
Nah, we're good.
she also thought that Jeff Garlin wasn't funny. At stand-up.
How did that? Oh well.
Here's
Kind
the
of.
here's the whole situation. I agree with her on that. Jeff Garlin's not good at stand-up, but he has a line in Daddy Daycare that I'm sure I've shared with you where him and Eddie Murphy are holding like their new certificate of like business, like their LLC or whatever,
Mhm.
and they're at the competitor's house, and the competitor's like, "You think that piece of paper is gonna scare me?" And then Jeff Garlin goes, "We're gonna get it laminated." Great
That
line.
is a good line.
Very funny line.
Dog.
Jeff Garlin's timing, facial expressions. He has 10 seasons of Curb where he kills it. Very funny, comedic person who shouldn't be doing stand-up.
Right.
He just picked up a bag on the way out of the Netflix office. So to me, for a person in that circle, to critique this dude's inability to do stand-up is sort of like, well, he's not really doing stand-up. He's just picking up a check. He's using his name to pick up a check and insulting stand-up in the process, which sure is sad and repulsive, but what are you going to do?
There is this kind of thing where it's almost, you can sort of differentiate it from stand-up comedy because it's just famous people like sort of telling stories, and they're using levity in their language of telling the story. So someone might be like, "Oh, fucking Chris Tucker has a stand-up special or whatever," but in reality, it seems like it is more like. Like, how different is it than like whatever that fucking lurch big-headed guy that you got scammed from at the convention or
Tony
whatever?
Robbins.
Yeah, how different is that from like a Tony Robbins speech? Where, because I mean, it's just you have your audience and you have a guy and they're captivated by him. And does Jeff Garlin say "Welcome to my stand-up special" in the actual special itself, or is it just like, I'm gonna tell some stories and here we go kind of thing? Or if they're not claiming stand-up, then how is it any different than a play or something? A one-man show.
You're certainly right, but it's on Netflix as, I mean, you see a guy with a mic who does funny shit. It's stand-up,
Fair enough.
like it's hard to distinguish that. Like a perfect example is like
it's formatted exactly the same as the stand-up specials.
He would have to be like, and I think Steve-O is someone who did this.
And there's no separate category for one-man show.
It's like
stand-up.
This other thing that isn't as good as stand-up, but maybe captivating if it's unique enough.
I don't know. Nick Offerman has a few of those too.
Right, and like those people who are like, I would categorize almost Mike Birbiglia as a one-man show comic. Like it's so
his stand-up is subversive. It's definitely stand-up comedy. He's telling jokes and whatnot.
And
it's hilarious.
And he's telling more jokes than you would expect. Like the stories are full of tags. Like you're getting tagged the fuck out, callbacks left and right. Like Mike Birbiglia is a fucking unique and very talented comedian.
He's what Bo Burnham wishes he was.
100%. That's actually kind of sad to hear out loud, because if Bo heard that, he would be like, "What the fuck?"
I got nothing against Bo. He's doing his thing.
He's doing his
got
thing,
millions and billions of fans.
Exactly.
I just don't like him.
And musically, he's very talented as well. And I think the whole like realm of funny music is something that he capitalized on. But also, I just think he thinks he's edgier than he is. The whole like saying crazy shit in a song thing isn't, I mean, clearly to us that is a little bit overdone, and people like Reggie Watts did that, and fucking Bo Burnham thinks that he can just go off on a song and that people will be aloft and they'll be super shook. Oh my God, Bo Burnham did this thing and he made me look.
Hey, yo, Bo, don't you know you just can't bring your guitar to a comedy show? Well, I guess you can if you know how to write and rhyme and you are a talented man.
If you're talented musically, simultaneously trying to be funny, it better be really funny, because otherwise you're just relying on it being good.
That's kind of how Adam Sandler got his bag way back when he was doing that shit in drag, and he had his guitar and he was singing about his piece of shit car.
Adam is the perfect example, because he just revamped his whole thing, and he did that show that made me want to sing, and he had a bunch of songs that were actually moving. That's actually, I'm glad you bring this up, because Adam is doing what Bo is trying to do much better, because Adam has like a better touch on what is funny and is more self-aware. Like in his songs and in his joke writing, the turns are way more unexpected, and in the songs, the subjects and the writing are way more like creative, whereas Bo Burnham is doing this thing where it's like, oh, it's funny that I'm singing a song in which I'm stating facts that we're all maybe thinking, and it's funny that I'm just saying it like it is, but it's in song form, and it's actually not that funny.
What's funny is I fully expected that Adam Sandler special to not be that good, and I was like blown away by how actually good it was, and I was like, damn,
that was the best special I watched that year. That's the best special I watched that year.
I laughed and I cried, bro. That Chris Farley song is insane.
Get the fuck out of here. Let's go, dude. That shit was insane, bro. So moving. I mean,
yeah, I know. And he had all his boys there. He's 69 with Spaceman Rob Schneider. That was hilarious,
bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, there are just these people who are more aware of what is actually funny, but for some reason it doesn't matter. And I know why it doesn't matter. It's because greater society doesn't actually understand like what is legit funny and what isn't. Like fucking thousands of people are gonna love Joe Coy, and thousands of people are gonna love, you know, these like whatever comedians.
It is weird how like when you think of the actual top comedians out there, that, you know, the ones that are actually like getting movie deals and fucking Visa commercials and stuff, they're really not that funny. Like there's a mediocrity to it. Like you need, like it's almost like you can't be too good, or else you're not going to reach that level.
It goes over too many people's heads if it's that good.
Right. It's kind of it sucks, but it's also like I feel like there's another reason why a lot of the comedians that we love and respect aren't you know, fucking gazillionaires, is because of just their content is a little more inappropriate, and
yeah, or that's why you got Dave Attell doing clubs 30 years later, and he's revered as like one of the greatest. I mean, he just got a Netflix deal, so like he put out a Netflix special, and he was bumping mics with Jeff Ross for fucking 3 years or whatever. But still, he's not selling out arenas, and it's because that kind of comedy isn't going to appeal at mass. Like, it's not pop music.
Yeah, and you know, it must just be like a kid thing, because I remember when I was a child, like my favorite comedian was Dane Cook. I mean, I still thought that other actually good comedians were good too, but there was just something about Dane. And you know, now that I'm an old man, I'm like, shit, man, that is not that good at all, low key. That might just be a maturity thing. Like,
well, no, also it's a sign of the times. Like, there was a time where Dane Cook was popping, and like at that moment in, you know, the social climate, the culture, like what was in style, what was happening, it was like a perfect storm kind of thing. And also, yeah, your age, but like it's like how music that was good 30 years ago doesn't age well. Like, you look back, I mean, you can look back at a Dave Chappelle special like Killing Them Softly, and that is undeniably fucking fire. And that
and the Chappelle Show is
correct.
It totally holds up completely, even the racist stuff. I don't care.
100%. No, 100%. So like, but most things don't do that. Like, most things aren't evergreen,
Right,
especially in
there's some
comedy.
stuff in 30 Rock that I was like, damn, that's a little that's a little cringe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like there's shit that's like the social climate hasn't changed in certain areas. So like at that point when that joke is written, so it's like once you advance a certain amount of time, especially now with technology, when things are like being called out way more frequently, it's almost like we're advancing 30 times faster each year because of the high-speed communication. And yeah, I got an whole nation tapped in with what I'm tweeting and what I'm saying. And then, they get to change their sentences.
I hate that the times are changing. Shout out Bob Marley. I wish that he was Asian. Because Bob Dylan is what I meant to be saying. That's just me, and now my spit is spraying.
I wish Bob Dylan was Asian. Yeah, and I wish he was Malaysian. Yeah, I've been eating some spice that's Asian. Yeah, you know me out here blazing.
I'm Asian Bob Dylan. That's just me, I'm chilling. Over in China, yeah, you can feel it. Got my guitar, I'm singing in words that you don't understand because you're not Asian.
But get hella vagina out in China. Yeah, you know me, I'm fucking fine, bro. When I'm spitting on the microphones, on a planet sitting off the dome.
Don't know enough about Bob Dylan.
Oh, I know.
To
I
do
know
anything.
nothing.
That movie about him was pretty cool, where it was like played by a bunch of different people.
Don't know.
I can't remember what it was fucking called.
What about Bob?
Yeah, Bob Lamb, Bob, because it's not called the Bob Dylan movie. Fuck, I don't even know. How do you look it up?
Movie about Bob Dylan.
But the thing is, they're making another Bob Dylan movie with Timothy Chalamet, who I don't really give a fuck about. Okay, it's called I'm Not There. And Bob Dylan is played by like fucking Christian Bale, Kate Blanchett, Heath Ledger, Ben Whishaw, a little black boy named Marcus Carl Franklin.
That's so beautiful.
He's played by a bunch of different fools.
Isn't that nice?
I did have a brief period in high school where I was listening to like the Bob Dylan greatest hits and whatnot, and he's got some bangers.
Oh yeah, he's got some classics. I've heard a good amount of Bob Dylan. This is a fun fact for you. Did you know that Sir, the rapper that I've been seeing at the gym, his government name is Sir?
I wonder if he got it changed, or if that, because I wouldn't be surprised if that was just what his parents named him, because I know that's not uncommon to get a little creative with your names in the black community.
SIR, Sir Ferris.
I just finished watching the Your Honor, which is like a Showtime show with Ben Cranston, and it was pretty good. But there's a character, a black lady named Famale, and it's just spelled female, and I'm just like, all right,
damn, dude.
that's an interesting thing. I wonder, like, is that racist to put this in the show?
It does feel a little racist, but here's the thing: that's completely true. I
wouldn't be surprised.
There are names that come into the gym, and I mean, granted, the gym is in the fucking heart of central LA. It's in like the middle of Inglewood. Like 90% of the people coming to this gym are black, and some of the names are just crazy. And there's this dude that I work with who's black, and he knows how to pronounce every name. It's so funny, dude. He's like, "Oh, Sakanuda," and I'm like, "God damn, dude!" And they're like, "Oh yeah, he said it exactly right." I'm like, I would have said "sock of nude," or you know what I'm saying? Like you would have
had HR on your ass.
Yeah. He knows the mind of the blacks who are naming these people, and he knows how they're pronouncing things, and he's like, okay, this is how I think this is said. A much more fun way of having a name, but now that I look at it, a name should be convenient more than it should be unique. Fuck a unique name. Make it convenient.
Yeah, or if you're gonna give someone a complicated name, then also like have a shortened version of it available. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, but Timothy,
if your name is
there's a Tim, Jonathan, there's
Right.
a John.
if your name is like Stanopoulos, we call you Stan.
Yeah, if it's Sacagawea, we call you Sack.
Yeah, dude. What up, Sack?
Well, no, I've just like
Or
fallen,
Jew?
or you just, people.
Sorry, go on.
People just fall back on saying this is a common trope. You fall back on using the first letter of the name. What up, Z? Big C, big
You're right.
T. What's up,
And
T?
Nothing wrong with that, low key.
Safe. It's
Yeah.
safe. It's
I
brief.
remember, and when I was going to Christian summer camp, one of the counselors was like, "Everyone call me BJ," and it was just like, okay, what, why?
No. The problem with that is, call me. It's I picked my nickname.
What up? I'm BJ.
Yeah, like it's like here's the thing. In high school, everybody called me Haddad. I think there were other Davids, so they all just called me Haddad. I didn't say call me Haddad. People just started being like, yo, Haddad. And then it just stuck. And I didn't give a fuck. Honestly, I feel like I had good luck. Because from a branding perspective, I was very recognizable, bro.
Call me Haddad. Coming this summer. Yeah, you know this movie is a bummer. Born in Texas, flown out to Spain. Yeah, you know, call me Haddad is the name.
That's the worst name for my one-man show. And it would be the thing, yo, that I would have done if I was young and super dumb. And I had a big-ass thumb inside my bum.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but I'm Arab, so call me Haddad, baby. Oh, that's just how it is. Wait, we over here singing lately.
That's the worst parody for a song. Honestly, people would think that it's wrong. I can't believe I'm playing along. Whoa, Wong.
Yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen is so hot. It's crazy, bro. Have you looked at her lately, bro?
Not
She's-
recently, no.
Damn,
But
I mean, she was hot in that music video too. But like, she's
when
always
she was
hot.
15.
Nah, dude, she was like 30 when that song came out.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I thought
dude.
she was a child.
Nah, she's just short. I swear. Let me just look it up before I start talking out of my ass. Carly Rae Jepsen, age. She is 38 currently. So yeah, she was like 29 when Someone Call Me Maybe came out, bro.
Okay, so she was just a shorty.
Yes, and gosh darn, bro. I'm just gonna look at some photos of her.
Oh, I
real
thought you were
quick,
gonna be
bro.
like, I was gonna beat off to some photos.
Carly Rae Jepsen. I wonder if she's on. Never mind. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look for any naughty photos. I just gotta. Yo. All right. Enough of that.
You're on a deep fake website.
I can't do deep fakes.
No, I could probably do it, but I'm waiting for the AI to improve, and then
It's too. It never. Even if it looked good, if I knew it was fake, which it would obviously look fake
Yeah,
because
right,
they'd be
right.
doing some like pornographic shit.
Right,
I was
right,
like,
right.
there's no way that friggin' Margot
That my
Robbie
aunt would
is,
do- oh,
is
yeah.
double got two dicks in each hand, and it's
No,
not
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to get to a point where I can grab people off of Facebook and put their face on porn.
Here's the thing, the fappening leak, even like just the most like minor of photo, like just the like a lady taking the selfie in the mirror with her tits out, just because of the celebrity aspect of it, and because of the invasion of privacy aspect of it. It was like hotter than most porn.
Yeah.
Like most insanely graphic porn.
To you that like that whole like
not just to me, to you too. Come on.
I'd still rather see a stranger get double penetrated. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Well,
Or maybe it's just me.
it depends on the celebrity. There are celebrities who I care about. Like anything that comes out of Billie Eilish's tits, I'm always like, oh, here we go. This is money.
There's a bunch of deep fakes of that shit.
I know, and it's like obviously fake, and it's not good enough for me to buy it.
No, but I mean, I've like, never mind.
Never mind. Do you mind if we wrap it up just because
let's
I'm
wrap it.
pressed for time. We appreciate you guys who are listening. Tell a friend. Get a friend to sign up. I don't know why somebody who doesn't listen to the show would sign up, but maybe you can pitch them and be like, hey, listen. But yeah, thanks, folks. We'll fucking hopefully catch you from San Diego next week or this Saturday. We're going to be potentially recording live from the minivan or from the pool or from somewhere.
Figure something out. Probably. Part of me thinks that's not going to happen. We might just.
We might just have a good time.
But I'm down to have the equipment there. Just in
what
case.
time should I be there?
I don't know. I guess I'll figure that out.
I just got to get back
Because I'll probably get there Friday night, and then.
Oh, so if I got there at fucking noon on Saturday, we could at least hang out.
Yeah.
Even if the party didn't start until fucking...
Yeah, that wouldn't even be a problem.
Because I'm probably going to leave mid-party, or depending on when the party starts, I'm going to, I got to get back to L.A. by, at the latest, 7 p.m.
Yeah, and I doubt that... I assume guests will start leaving at, 7 or whatever.
Okay, yeah. Cool. All right, well... All right, folks. We'll see you next time.
Later.